the phone with Ken. Ken has had numerous weeks over $10,000. I'm talking about $10,000 of first-year premium, AP for the week. He had 1 week that was over $15,000. Ken, I know that when you came to work at Hal Insurance Services, and I'm being facetious here, you were an expert when it came to selling final expense life insurance. Is that correct?
Absolutely, Don. When I came on to the company, I knew absolutely nothing about final expense insurance. But with the system that you guys have in place, that was a good thing, actually, because all I had to do was follow the system. We've got the website out there, how to sell final expense insurance. You don't need to know how. All you got to do is just plug into the system. Before I came into HIS, I was in construction for 11 years. So I had no sales background, but I just plugged into the system, followed the system, and my first year out, I did $168,000 in AP. Now, that was working very, very hard. One thing that I want to stress to new people coming on, your first year in the business, you're going to have to work hard to be successful. Because for the first 9 months, you're not going to get any of your extra commissions. You don't get those until your 10th, 11th, and 12th month. And then after the 12th month, of course, you get the renewals. So for that first year, you pretty much just have to put your nose to the grindstone and just keep going. Now, as far as the system, when I came onto the company, like Nick said, we had maybe 10, 12, 15 audios, and that was it. And I was successful just doing that. And I listened to the audios over and over and over again because that was the only thing we had available to us, and I wanted to be successful. Now the coaching program is just leaps and bounds beyond what I even had when I started out with. So follow the system, you will be successful. But you have to follow the whole system. You can't just pick parts that you're easy and say, oh, yeah, I can do that, and not do this. Perfect example for me personally, I'm not real fond of door knocking. Never have been. Even though my first sale was a door knock, I've never been fond of door knocking. But if I don't go out and door knock, I'm not going to make the kind of money that is available to me. Just this last Saturday, I had a bad week, so I went out and door knocked. Didn't make any sales on Saturday, but I made some appointments for Monday and Tuesday. Well, yesterday I went out, and off of that door knock from Saturday, ended up selling a $123 a month policy. Monday, I went out, and because of door knocking on Saturday, even though I didn't quote-unquote make any money, I still went out and sold $102 worth of premium that day. So $2,400 just from door knocking on lead cards that had no number on them. So if I didn't go talk to these people personally, I would have never made those sales. But that's just, following the whole system. So, in the beginning they tell you to go to funeral homes, do whatever they ask you to do because it's just to help you. The first year is definitely the hardest, but after that, you're going to see how everything is paid off for you. But my first year in the business, I typically worked 45, 50 hours a week. I don't work that many hours a week now as far as being out in the field. You have to have a schedule, and you have to stick to it. A lot of times in the business, luckily, my wife was very supportive of me coming into the business. Sometimes we would have events planned. I remember one in particular, we went up to the beach. She went and enjoyed the beach. It was on Sunday afternoon. I went and made phone calls. And then as the sun was starting to sink, I got out of the car, watched the sunset with her, went back in the car, and finished making phone calls. That's the kind of dedication that you need to this business if you're going to be successful. Don't be scared about working on commissions. When I first came into the business, I was terrified of working on commissions because I'd always been paid a salary. But they are going to pay you what you're worth. And if you're worth it, then you will make much more money on commissions than you could ever make on a salary, unless you're a CEO or something. So just be faithful, follow the system, follow the whole system, and you pretty much can't help but be successful.
Wow, Ken, that is good. You gave me a lot of good information to work with. I've got to make a few comments. You talk about 10, 12, 15 audios were available when you first started. Today, a person can listen to 10, 12, 15 audios week after week after week, and they can go for quite a while without having to repeat. Yes, follow the whole system. 2 more comments. Number 1, a brand new agent, no experience, coming to work with us, goes out and writes a $123 a month program. Most likely, depending on the product and the company, they're going to make over $1,100 in commission on that. And finally, supportive wife. I'm going to make this comment. If you're thinking about coming to work with Hal Insurance Services and you have a spouse or a close friend, somebody who's involved with you, family members, whatever, if you have somebody that has influence in your life who is not supportive, who isn't there saying, go for it, I believe in you, you're going to do well, then don't come to work with us. We don't have the ability to take somebody who is surrounded with negativity and turn them into an eagle. Can't be done. Our job is to find those who are eagles, who are already there, and help them to experience the extreme success that they deserve. Ken, is there anything you'd like to say to wrap up this call when it comes to what advice you'd give to anybody who is thinking about coming to work with Hal Insurance Services?
No, just follow the system and be prepared to work hard that first year, and you will be more than adequately rewarded for it.
Well, that's good advice. Congratulations on a great week so far, and I wish you well for the rest of the week.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you for your interest in Hal Insurance Services. For additional audio and video recordings, please visit howtosellfinalexpense.com.